Come on in, kid. Cheeky little vlog, guys. How we doing? Quick channel update. Some great people going to be coming on the channel. Great stories to tell. Not everyone's been in prison. They don't need to be. Some are quite uplifting stories. People who've been rock bottom, dragged themselves out and are now in a really good place. Some people not so good. Met a couple yesterday. The lad I know quite well. I know him even better now. Went and had a brew, and his missus. What a strong lass. Inspirational. Triggered my thinking process. Anyway, today, little light-hearted one. Screws, do's. What am I talking about? I'm talking about going out on a piss, socialising. This one's Forest Bank. This is a cheeky little starter. So, Christmas do. To be held at, hope I get this right, Bolton, Albert Halls. It's like the City Hall in Sheffield, you know, they have concerts and the like. It's a grand place. Nice architecture. Yeah, I'm very cultured. I did art at school, combined with the history of English architecture, which was jolly interesting. So this is about 2122. I tried to find a link that I could send to Lee so he could put it in the description. I couldn't find it. I think it was Bolton Evening News this one was in. However, I found one from 2007. Forest Bank, back at Albert Halls. I thought we'd been banned forever. Obviously they got back there. That one made the Manchester Evening News, 2007, Forest Bank, Albert Halls. I'm not going to talk about that today. I know a bit about it. So it's 2001, 2002, Christmas do. I used to do a lot of socialising at Forest Bank. A lot of time I was there, single lad. Used to go out on the piss, never drove. I did go to work pissed. I'm sad to say, but I never drove. Some of that time I lived at Rochdale, 15 mile away, used to get taxis in. Get in from a night on the lash, have a shower, put my uniform, a few hours on settee, taxi in. This one's in Bolton. As usual, you go out, have a cheeky ones before. We arrived at the do early doors. Some people were absolutely slaughtered. Obviously, during my life, being a rugby player, mentioned the R word, in engineering, you socialise with people you work with. That's what people do. So I arrived with some of my friends. Good atmosphere, you know. I don't know whether you got a free drink, a couple of free drinks. Can't quite remember that bit. It's all a bit blurred. However, let's just say this, it wasn't a long night. In fact, it was quite early. So, one of my friends, he's having a bit of a laugh with a young lady. One of my other friends took offence. They were both friends as well, but you know, it does happen. You ladies sometimes cause problems. You know, we all admire and adore you and desire you sometimes. Or maybe you don't. Anyway, this lass ends up falling off a chair. So, morning, you alright? Alright. Yeah, you mate? Yeah, good, thanks. Just ignore me talking to my phone. No. Anyway, there's a bit of a ding dong. The lighter of the two, shall we say, about 5'8", weighs about 3 stone wet through, ended up on the deck. The bigger of the two, about 5'10", 22 stone, didn't end up on his arse. A few of the lighter guys' mates got into a bit of push and shove. Fish started flying. I don't know how many people, I'm not on about, you know, gang fights. When I say gang fights, I'm not talking about gangs. I mean, you know, you're out with a group of mates, a fight started. This, and I've only been in two. Well, I weren't involved in this, as you'll hear. But I've only been in the presence or whatever, however, a bit flustered. Can't think what I'm saying. At a venue, when there's been a cowboy fight. What's a cowboy fight? You've seen the movies. In a saloon, boom, it all kicks off, glasses flying, fists, lasses are going down. This was a proper cowboy fight. I was sat at a table with two of my friends, lasses. One of them says, are you not getting involved? I says, no, why am I getting involved? I said, if anyone's getting hurt, I'll step in. Yeah? It was a lot of pushing, shoving, slapping, comedy punching. There were some lasses going down. Lasses were getting stuck in as well. Probably worse than lads. I do remember a manager, and I mean a manager, suited and booted on stage with a mic, trying to calm it down. Trying to calm it down. Was he fuck? He was encouraging it. You know, go on, get in there. That sort of thing. Maybe he didn't say that, but he was encouraging it. He was encourageable. So it goes on about 5 minutes, this. Musical statues as a kid. If you're not from this country, you used to play a game as a kid called musical statues. You'd all run around like idiots, you know, at a party. When the music stops, boom. You're there. You don't move. Musical statues. That's what happened. I remember somebody saying, coppers are here. This is early doors as well. It's only like, I don't know. I don't even know whether it were 9 o'clock. Coppers swarmed the place. Seriously, must have been every copper in England and Wales. Might be exaggerating a little bit, but it seemed like that. They were in there, toe to toe with people. Yeah. Nobody said anything. Yeah. People were smiling, you know, false smiles, a few black eyes, ripped clothes. People looked dishevelled. Coppers were up for it. Nobody said a thing. We started clearing the venue. I started walking out with two lasses. I can remember one of them's name, Sarah. I don't know which one was Sarah. One of them's yay big, 4'10", if that. The other one, probably bigger than me, maybe 6'2", really tall lass. They've linked arms with me as I've come out, about 4 or 5 coppers and a female copper. Female copper starts first. Let's do the disclaimer. I support coppers, yeah. Difficult times or whatever, I'm not anti-police. Recently talked to a really pleasant chap, long time in the police, got right up to the top. He talked about Stephen Lawrence inquiry. You could probably look that up if you don't know what Stephen Lawrence inquiry is about. He said, but that's when policing for him went a bit mad, you know, a bit political correctness and all that, employing people for what they were rather than who they were. You know, like we've always said, best lads and lasses for the job. Went a bit crazy. It's not good. You see it now. Watched a guy other day, I think he's called Auditing Britain. Lee's talked about these on a question and answer before. Anyway, this guy, I quite like him. He knows his stuff, he's quite knowledgeable, and he don't come across as obnoxious. He's in a town centre, 2 lads, ethnic background. One's getting cuffed, male officer, others being held by a female officer. Neither are struggling. The one who's been, well, he's not been arrested, but he's been cuffed, is protesting. The guy who's filming from a distance, says, ask him why you're being detained, what you're being detained for. Yeah, he's then talking to his other mate, tell him to ask him. Yeah, not interfering, speaking politely. About 10 other coppers come, lads and lasses. Yeah, all milling about, trying to get in the guy who's filming its face. He's telling them rules and regs politely. They're backing off. He knew his stuff. Anyway, cut a long story short, over a period of a couple of minutes, all the coppers disappear. The 2 coppers that left, let these 2 lads go. Uncuff this lads, they're off. If that lad hadn't have been filming, I'm quite sure at least one of them would have been arrested. What for? Who knows? Nothing, as he would have been arrested. The thing is that when you see these groups of coppers, they don't know how to talk to people, they don't know how to communicate. Yeah, a lot of them are jobsworths. Yeah, political correctness and all that. They're employed for what they are and not who they are. That's wrong. If this country ever, you know, gets any real sort of, you know, revolutionary stuff going on or something like that, the Manchester riots, when the riots were in London and they were happening in Manchester, we lived in and around some of the areas where at one bit about 200 people, local police station, big new one, it's just gone out of my head where it is, Swinton. It just got overrun, mobbed, throwing stuff at it. They couldn't do anything. All the coppers were out. There weren't enough coppers to deal with it. The day after the riots, Salford Precinct took my daughter Billy to a medical clinic that were there. Oh my God, it was trash, looked like a war zone. Iceland, not a thing left, nothing left. They cleared everything out, you know. A night of looting, coppers couldn't do anything. Some people got arrested. We had a lad in, are you ready for this? This is true. He was a regular, you know, homeless guy, got arrested in Iceland, drunk, sat on the floor eating a nice lolly. Did about 3 months for that. I'm not saying any robbing, thieving or anything's right. Ice lolly in Iceland. We had another young lad coming from Northwich, got on Facebook, yeah. It's all kicking off in Manchester, decided to organise a little, you know, event in Northwich where he lived, outskirts of Manchester way. Group of people, let's turn up, let's smash Northwich up. He got a sentence, 18 months, crying when he come in. You know, if on social media you're going to invite people to turn up and smash somewhere up, and then they come and get you, you deal with it, dickhead. Anyway, enough about coppers. I comes out, 2 lasses, Sarah, Shorty, and the tall lass. Policewoman, fancy yourself, you, don't you? Smiled, said nothing. I've not been involved in these fisticuffs, bear in mind. I've got no marks, I'm not even drunk. Fancy yourself, don't you? Said nothing. As you come out of Albert Halls, you're sort of in a pedestrian precinct area. Taxi rank were full, there's taxi rank round there. Both lasses are talking to me all the time. We'll go and get a taxi, Sam. Starts following us, these coppers. This policewoman is behind me. Couple of 3 either side, one in front. She's kicking back of my heel. You know, trying to kick it round, other one, trip you up. Just looked behind me, said nothing. All the time she's giving it this. Fancy yourself, you, don't you? There's a guy in front of me, about 22, one whisker on his chin. Come on, big man, let's have it. Come on, big man, let's have it. So I'm laughing. The 2 girls were, you know, they were concerned that I was going to say something. I was going to kick off and I was going to get arrested. Bless them. Yeah, talking to me all the time. It seemed like forever. It might have been 5 minutes. Yeah, they followed us through the town centre, giving me abuse, trying to bait me, which I didn't do. Investigation at work. My 2 mates, who were mates with each other as well, 3 stone wet through, 20 stone or 22 stone or whatever, both got warnings. Lots of other people got warnings. The manager on stage encouraging people didn't get a warning. That were Bolton Albert Hall's screw do. It was funny. It made me laugh. I can see it now. Nobody got seriously hurt. Bit of fun. Proper cowboy fight. It got progressively worse after that, screws do's, especially at Forest Bank, some proper hardcore stuff, and 1 or 2 at Strangeways. I will revisit some of them. Stick with the channel, guys. Like I said, some people coming on with amazing stories. Not everyone's been to prison, not all criminal justice. Most people, sadly, mental health has touched their lives, but a lot of people are in a good place or are reaching their goals and getting to a good place. Parting shot as always. Hope you have the best weekend possible, guys. Looking forward to getting back to normal. Okay, parting shot. Main man, waggy tail, as always. Get off me, get off me. Anyway, guys, quick look. Bit of greenery, scenery. 1 or 2 people have commented. I have never ever been on a sunbed, guys. This tan is from walking the dog. All right. Stay safe. Love you all. Thanks for all the lovely comments. Welcome to all the new subscribers. I'll see you.